Let's be real, the world of AI is getting crowded. Picking the right AI assistant these days feels less like downloading an app and more like, well, hiring someone for your team. So today, let's do exactly that. You're the hiring manager, and we're going to find you the perfect digital hire. So put on your manager hat for a second. You have one job opening. What is it for? Are you looking for a brilliant researcher who can dig through mountains of data? Or maybe a creative genius to help you brainstorm? Or a coding whiz to build things for you? Get that job description clear in your head because you're about to meet 5 of the best candidates on the market. All right, the resumes have landed on your desk. We've gone through the pile and picked out 5 of the most promising AIs out there. Let's get to know them. First up, meet Grok. You know this type, right? The brilliant, maybe a little bit rebellious intern who's totally plugged into what's trending. Grok has a sharp sense of humor, isn't afraid to be a little sassy, and knows what's happening on the internet like right now. So looking at the resume, you can see it's from XAI, but its killer feature, it has a direct live feed from the X platform. So if your job is to stay on the pulse of real-time news, track a viral trend, or just get some analysis that actually has some personality, Grok is your top contender. It's built for the now. Okay, our next candidate, Claude, is a complete 180. This isn't the intern. This is the senior partner in the corner office. The one you go to when the stakes are incredibly high and there is absolutely zero room for error. Think professional, meticulous, and just trustworthy. Claude's secret sauce is something called constitutional AI. Now, that sounds fancy, but think of it as a built-in rulebook that keeps it honest and helpful. It means you get way fewer of those weird, made-up answers that AIs can sometimes spit out. So if you're working with a massive legal document, complex financial reports, or intricate code, Claude is that reliable colleague who just gets it right.
And then we have ChatGPT. You've probably heard of this one. If Claude is the serious specialist, ChatGPT is your all-in-one creative director. This is the one who can brainstorm a killer marketing campaign in the morning, write a beautiful poem by lunch, and then somehow still have the energy to help you plan a 10-day trip to Japan.
The real power of ChatGPT is its massive ecosystem. It's like an app store for AI. There are thousands of custom GPTs and plugins that lets you tailor it for pretty much any job you can dream up. This makes it your super flexible, do-anything go-to for pretty much any creative or general task. Our fourth candidate is Gemini. If you live your life inside the Google ecosystem, Gmail, Docs, Sheets, then Gemini is a dream hire. It's like a project manager who shows up on day one and already has access to all your files, has read all your emails, and knows your entire workflow. No onboarding needed. Gemini's superpower is that deep, deep integration with all things Google. It can summarize a long meeting from a YouTube link, organize your inbox, or pull insights from a spreadsheet in seconds. Its other trick is being multimodal, which just means it gets more than text. You can show it a video, give it an audio clip, or an image, and it understands. It's an absolute productivity machine. And finally, let's meet the dark horse of the group, Deepseek. This is the quiet coding genius in the corner. They don't say a lot, but they just consistently ship absolutely brilliant work. And the craziest part of their resume? The salary expectation. It's nothing. I mean, just look at this. The value proposition is just off the charts. Deepseek competes with and sometimes even beats the most expensive, top-of-the-line models when it comes to technical coding, mathematics, and really complex reasoning. For any developers, scientists, or researchers watching this, getting this level of performance for free is a total game changer. Okay, you've seen the resumes, you've met the candidates. Now for the tough part, the final interview. It's decision time. Who gets the job offer? So let's make this tough. You can only hire one. Thinking back to that job description you came up with in the beginning, who is the best fit for the role? Let's put them head-to-head on a few key tasks to make this decision a little easier for you. And this is where you can really see their personalities shine. If you need someone on the front lines of live news and trends, Grok is a 5-star hire, no competition. For deep document dives or heavy technical coding, look at Claude and Deepseek just dominating. Need to come up with something totally new? ChatGPT is still the reigning champ of creative brainstorming. And if budget is your main concern, well, Deepseek is in a league of its own. So the big takeaway here is pretty simple, right? There is no single best AI. Just like there's no single best employee for every job. The right hire always depends on the task at hand. You want to hire the specialist for the job. But what if you didn't have to hire just one? This is where we go from being a manager to being a CEO. The real power users out there, they're not just hiring one assistant. They're building a whole digital dream team.
A power user knows that the best work comes from collaboration. They act like a brilliant conductor of an orchestra, assigning the right task to the right AI specialist. The final result? Something that's way better than what any single one of them could have created alone.
So check out what this actually looks like. First, you start with Grok, your trend spotter, to get some fresh, timely ideas. Then you take the best one and hand it off to Claude, your senior partner, to build a really solid, well-researched draft. Next, you pass that draft over to ChatGPT, your creative director, to add some sparkle and polish the language. And finally, if any coding is needed, you bring in Deepseek, your technical wizard, to execute it perfectly. That's a workflow using 4 different specialists to do one job, flawlessly. So, you've met the team. You've got the witty intern, the reliable senior partner, the versatile creative director, the hyper-organized project manager, and the genius coder. The only question left for you, the hiring manager, is who are you hiring first? And what's the very first task you're going to give them?